Hello, wonderful people, and welcome back to Elder Wisdom. Today, we're diving into a topic that touches the hearts of so many of us, raising children and grandchildren. It's a journey filled with immense joy, profound challenges, and endless opportunities to shape the future. The common narratives often focus on the difficulties of modern parenting or the generation gap. But what if we told you that bringing up the next generation isn't just about navigating hurdles, but about unlocking a profound connection and imparting timeless wisdom? The truth is, whether you're a parent in the thick of it or a grandparent offering support and guidance, your role in a child's life is invaluable. Your experiences, your love, and your presence are powerful forces that can help mold resilient, compassionate, and capable individuals. While some embrace this chapter with natural ease, others find themselves grappling with new approaches, evolving societal norms, and the sheer energy it takes. In this video, we're going to explore 5 golden rules for raising children and grandchildren. These aren't just trendy tips. They're insights drawn from generations of experience, psychological understanding, and the lived wisdom of those who have successfully navigated the beautiful complexities of nurturing young minds and hearts. By the end of this journey, you'll have a fresh perspective on how you can contribute to the well-being and development of the children in your life, and more importantly, how you can build lasting bonds that truly matter. So, stay tuned as we unveil these fundamental rules. You might be surprised by what you discover about the art of guidance and the incredible legacy you can create. Let's cultivate a brighter future together. Golden Rule 1: the power of presence. Be truly there. One of the most profound golden rules for raising children and grandchildren is the often underestimated power of presence. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to be physically in the same room, but mentally a million miles away, distracted by devices, to-do lists, or worries. However, being truly present, fully engaged, attentive, and responsive is the greatest gift you can offer a child. It's the foundation upon which trust, security, and a strong sense of self are built. Think about 2 grandparents, Susan and Richard, both spending time with their 7-year-old grandchildren. Susan is a whirlwind of activity. When her granddaughter Lily tries to tell her about her day at school, Susan nods while simultaneously checking emails on her phone, planning dinner, and occasionally interjecting with a half-heard, "That's nice, dear." Lily eventually trails off, feeling unheard. Richard, on the other hand, puts his phone away the moment his grandson, Tom, walks through the door. When Tom starts excitedly recounting a story about a caterpillar he found, Richard crouches down, makes eye contact, asks follow-up questions, and genuinely listens. Tom feels seen, valued, and safe enough to share his whole world. The stark difference lies in intentional engagement. Children thrive on feeling genuinely seen and heard. When you're truly present, you're not just listening to their words. You're observing their body language, sensing their emotions, and understanding their unspoken needs. This deep level of attention communicates an undeniable message. You matter. Your thoughts and feelings are important to me. This, in turn, builds a child's self-esteem and sense of security. It teaches them about empathy and respectful communication by modeling it directly. Consider the simple act of play. Instead of just supervising, get down on the floor and engage with them on their level. Build that Lego tower, join their imaginary tea party, or kick a ball around in the yard. These moments of shared, focused attention are incredibly potent. They create joyful memories, strengthen your bond, and provide a window into their world, allowing you to understand their budding personalities and interests. Beyond play, being present means putting away distractions during meal times, listening without interrupting when they're expressing a big emotion, or taking a moment to just sit quietly with them when they need comfort. It's about being fully available, even if just for a few minutes, to their immediate needs and desires for connection. This doesn't mean you need to be at their beck and call every second. It means that when you are interacting, you are all in. This deep presence also allows you to better understand their developmental stages and challenges. You'll notice subtle cues when they're struggling, celebrate their small victories, and respond more effectively to their needs because you're attuned to them. It's about quality over quantity of time. Even a short period of focused, loving attention can have a far greater impact than hours of distracted proximity. So ask yourself, what small adjustment can you make today to be more truly present with the children in your life? Can you designate phone-free times or commit to a few minutes of undivided attention each day? Your presence is a powerful embrace for their growing hearts and minds. Ready to boost your presence? What's one specific time today you'll commit to putting away distractions and truly connecting with a child or grandchild? Share your plan in the comments below. Golden Rule 2. Cultivate empathy and emotional intelligence. Teach them to feel and connect. The second golden rule for raising children and grandchildren is to actively cultivate empathy and emotional intelligence. In a world that often prioritizes academic achievement or technological prowess, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others and to manage one's own emotions effectively is becoming increasingly critical. Teaching children to name their feelings, understand why they feel them, and respond with kindness and consideration lays the groundwork for resilient, compassionate, and well-adjusted individuals. Consider two families, the Johnsons and the Millers, both with young children navigating typical childhood squabbles. When 6-year-old Leo from the Johnson family snatched a toy from his younger sister, his mother immediately scolded him, saying, "Stop being mean, give that back." Leo learned to suppress his actions, but not necessarily to understand the impact of his behavior. In the Miller family, when 5-year-old Chloe grabbed a crayon from her brother, her grandmother gently intervened, saying, "Chloe, I see you really want that crayon, but look at your brother's face. How do you think he feels right now? He looks sad because you took it without asking." Then she helped Chloe find words for her own frustration and find a solution together. The difference lies in actively teaching emotional literacy. Emotional intelligence isn't something children are born with. It's a skill that's learned and nurtured when you help children identify their own emotions. Are you feeling frustrated right now? Or it looks like you're feeling really excited. You give them a vocabulary for their inner world. When you validate those feelings, it's okay to feel angry, but it's not okay to hit. You teach them that all emotions are acceptable, even if certain behaviors are not. And when you guide them to consider another's perspective, how do you think your friend felt when you said that? You are building the pathways for empathy. Think about everyday opportunities. When a child is upset, instead of dismissing their feelings, don't cry over that. Try to acknowledge and label them. I see you're really sad that your block tower fell down. It's frustrating when that happens. This validates their experience and helps them understand what they're feeling. Encourage them to articulate their needs and desires verbally rather than acting out. Teaching empathy extends beyond just acknowledging feelings. It involves exposing children to diverse perspectives and experiences. Read books that feature characters from different backgrounds or who face different challenges. Encourage acts of kindness, whether it's helping a sibling, sharing with a friend, or contributing to a community project. Discuss real-life situations you encounter. That person seems to be having a hard day. What do you think they might need? Modeling emotional intelligence yourself is paramount. Children are keen observers. When you manage your own frustrations calmly, apologize when you make a mistake, or express your own feelings in a healthy way, you are providing a powerful blueprint for them to follow. Teach them problem-solving skills for emotional conflicts, helping them negotiate, compromise, and communicate their needs respectfully. This golden rule isn't just about making children nicer. It's about equipping them with essential life skills for navigating relationships, managing stress, building resilience, and thriving in an increasingly complex social landscape. Emotionally intelligent children are better equipped to handle disappointments, forge strong friendships, and find healthy ways to express themselves. Ready to foster emotional intelligence? What's one feeling word you can teach a child this week, and how can you help them recognize it in themselves or others? Share your ideas in the comments. Golden Rule 3. Foster resilience through challenge. Let them learn to bounce back. The third golden rule for raising children and grandchildren is to foster resilience through appropriate challenges. In a natural desire to protect children from harm and disappointment, it's easy to inadvertently shield them too much. However, true resilience, the ability to bounce back from adversity, learn from mistakes, and persist in the face of difficulties, is developed not by avoiding challenges, but by navigating them with support and encouragement. It's about empowering them to become problem solvers, not helpless victims. Consider two parents, Sarah and Tom, both with 9-year-old children who are struggling with a challenging school project. Sarah, wanting to alleviate her son Liam's frustration, largely takes over the project, doing much of the research and writing to ensure he gets a good grade. Liam avoids similar challenges in the future, associating them with overwhelming difficulty. Tom, on the other hand, sees his daughter Mia's struggle as an opportunity. He sits with her, helps her break down the project into smaller steps, asks guiding questions, "What's the very first thing you need to do?" and offers encouragement, even when she wants to give up. Mia eventually completes the project, feeling a strong sense of accomplishment and more confident in her ability to tackle hard things. The difference lies in understanding that struggle, when supported, is a powerful teacher. It's not about letting children fail without guidance, but about allowing them to experience the process of overcoming obstacles. When you step back and allow them to grapple with a problem, whether it's a difficult puzzle, a disagreement with a friend, or a tricky homework assignment, you give them the chance to develop critical thinking, perseverance, and adaptability. Think about age-appropriate challenges. For a toddler, it might be learning to put on their own shoes, even if it takes a few tries. For a school-age child, it could be solving a conflict with a sibling or friend independently, with you acting as a facilitator rather than an immediate solver. For a teenager, it might involve managing their own schedule, even if they sometimes forget something. Each failure or difficulty becomes a learning opportunity when approached with a growth mindset. Encourage effort over outcome. Praise their persistence, their creativity in trying different solutions, and their courage to keep going, rather than just praising the final result. Phrases like, "I see you worked really hard on that," or "You kept trying even when it was tough," are far more empowering than just, "You're so smart." This teaches them that their effort is valued, not just their innate ability. Part of fostering resilience is also teaching problem-solving skills. Instead of immediately providing solutions, ask questions that prompt them to think, "What do you think you could do about that?" Or, "What are some different ways we could try to solve this?" This empowers them to find their own solutions, building their confidence and sense of agency. When they inevitably face setbacks, help them process their feelings, then guide them to reflect on what they learned and what they might do differently next time. This golden rule isn't about making life easy. It's about making children strong. By allowing them to face challenges, offering supportive guidance, and celebrating their efforts, you are equipping them with the mental fortitude and self-belief they need to navigate the inevitable ups and downs of life. You are teaching them that they are capable of overcoming adversity, which is perhaps the most valuable lesson of all. Ready to build resilience? What's one small challenge you can allow a child to tackle independently this week, offering guidance but not solutions? Let us know what you're trying in the comments. Golden Rule 4, model values and integrity. Walk the talk. The fourth essential truth and a crucial golden rule for raising children and grandchildren is to model values and integrity. Children learn far more from what you do than from what you say. Your actions, your reactions, and your daily choices serve as a constant, living curriculum. If you want children to grow up to be honest, kind, responsible, and respectful individuals, then it is imperative that you embody those qualities in your own life. This isn't about perfection, it's about authenticity and consistent effort. Consider the daily lives of two families, the Wilsons and the Scotts. Mrs. Wilson constantly tells her grandchildren about the importance of being honest. However, when a sales clerk gives her too much change, she quietly pockets it, muttering, "Their mistake." Her grandchildren observe this discrepancy. Mr. Scott, on the other hand, makes it a point to apologize genuinely when he's made a mistake, even to a child. When he finds a lost wallet, he goes out of his way to return it, explaining to his grandchildren why it's important to do the right thing, even when no one is watching. The difference lies in the alignment between words and actions. Children are incredibly perceptive. They pick up on inconsistencies and often internalize the hidden curriculum of your behavior. If you talk about kindness but are rude to a server, or preach about responsibility but constantly make excuses, children will learn that hypocrisy is acceptable. Conversely, when your actions consistently reflect the values you espouse, You provide a clear, compelling example for them to follow. Think about everyday scenarios. If you want to teach respect, show respect to everyone you encounter, regardless of their position or background. Use polite language, listen actively, and avoid gossip. If you want to teach responsibility, take responsibility for your own commitments, whether it's paying bills on time or keeping promises you've made to them. If you want to teach generosity, share your time, resources, or compassion with others involving children in acts of giving. Modeling also extends to how you handle challenges and disagreements. Do you approach conflicts with calm discussion, or do you resort to yelling or blaming? Do you admit when you don't know something, or do you pretend to have all the answers? Your humility, your willingness to learn, and your ability to apologize when necessary teach invaluable lessons about integrity and self-awareness. This rule isn't about being flawless. Everyone makes mistakes. The true teaching moment often comes not from avoiding errors, but from how you respond to them. When you admit to a child that you made a mistake and explain how you plan to fix it, you teach them about accountability, forgiveness, and the human capacity for growth. You show them that integrity is about striving to do good, even when it's hard, and continuously learning from your experiences. Ultimately, your character is your most powerful teaching tool. Children and grandchildren are watching, absorbing, and internalizing the essence of who you are. By striving to live a life aligned with the values you wish to instill, you are providing them with an enduring moral compass and the inspiration to become individuals of strong character and integrity themselves. Ready to model your values? What's one specific value you want to emphasize this week? And how can you demonstrate it through your actions today? Share your thoughts in the comments. Golden Rule 5. Celebrate uniqueness and foster independence. Let them shine. The fifth and perhaps most liberating golden rule for raising children and grandchildren is to celebrate their uniqueness and actively foster their independence. While it's natural to want to guide them toward success and safety, true fulfillment comes when children are empowered to discover their own strengths, pursue their own passions, and ultimately become authentically themselves. This means resisting the urge to mold them into a preconceived idea and instead nurturing the unique individual they are destined to be. Consider the approaches of two families, the Davises and the Browns, both with teenagers exploring future paths. Mr. and Mrs. Davis had a clear vision for their daughter, Emily. She would follow in their footsteps, pursue a traditional professional career, and prioritize stability. When Emily expressed an interest in art and design, they dismissed it as impractical, subtly steering her towards more sensible subjects. Emily felt misunderstood and stifled, eventually losing passion for both her art and her studies. The Browns, however, noticed their grandson Alex's quiet fascination with coding and creating online games, even though it was outside their own experience. They enrolled him in a beginner's coding camp, listened to his ideas, and celebrated his small digital creations. Alex blossomed, pursuing his interest with enthusiasm and building confidence in his unique abilities. The difference lies in allowing children the space to discover and express their authentic selves. Every child is born with a unique set of talents, interests, and personality traits. Your role isn't to impose your own dreams upon them, but to provide a supportive environment where they can explore, experiment, and develop their own path. This builds self-esteem, intrinsic motivation, and a deep sense of purpose. Think about encouraging their interests even if they seem unconventional or different from your own. If they love dinosaurs, delve into dinosaur books with them. If they're fascinated by space, visit a planetarium. Provide opportunities for them to try different activities, sports, music, art, science clubs, without pressure to excel at any one thing. The goal is exposure and discovery, allowing them to find what truly resonates with them. Fostering independence means gradually giving them more responsibility and decision-making power as they mature. For a young child, it might be choosing their own outfit or picking out a snack. For an older child, it could be managing their own allowance, planning a small family outing, or making choices about their extracurricular activities. Allowing them to make choices and experience the natural consequences, both positive and negative, is how they learn to be self-reliant and confident in their own judgment. Part of this rule also involves providing a secure base from which they can explore. Let them know that you believe in them, even when they stumble. Offer guidance and support, but avoid micromanaging. When they come to you with a problem, encourage them to think of solutions first. When they express a dream, listen with an open mind and help them brainstorm steps, rather than immediately pointing out obstacles. This golden rule isn't just about raising happy children, it's about raising capable, self-directed, and authentic adults. By celebrating their individuality and giving them the freedom to grow into who they truly are, you are giving them the most powerful gift: the confidence to navigate the world on their own terms, to pursue their unique calling, and to live a life rich in personal meaning. Ready to foster uniqueness and independence? What's one small decision or interest you can empower a child to explore independently this week, offering support but not control? Share your commitment in the comments. Final thoughts: a legacy of love and wisdom. As we conclude our exploration of these 5 golden rules for raising children and grandchildren, take a moment to reflect on the profound impact you have and can continue to have on the next generation. We've talked about the power of presence, the importance of cultivating empathy and emotional intelligence, the strength found in fostering resilience through challenge, the necessity of modeling values and integrity, and the liberating act of celebrating uniqueness and fostering independence. These aren't just isolated concepts. They are interconnected pillars that support the growth of well-rounded, compassionate, and capable individuals. Your role, whether as a parent or a grandparent, is not merely to provide for them, but to guide, to inspire, and to love unconditionally. Your experiences and your wisdom are invaluable treasures. The choices you make today to truly listen, to validate their feelings, to allow them to learn from their struggles, to live by your values, and to encourage their unique spirit will profoundly shape the quality of their lives and the kind of adults they become. Don't let the pressures of modern life or the fear of imperfection deter you. Be an active participant in their journey, embracing the opportunities for connection, learning, and mutual growth that this incredible phase of life offers. Recognize that challenges will arise, but your ability to adapt, to seek understanding, and to maintain a loving, supportive presence will be your greatest allies. The goal isn't to raise perfect children, but to raise children who are kind, resilient, authentic, and connected. It's about savoring each moment, appreciating the joy they bring, and contributing your unique light to their burgeoning world. Thank you for joining us on this exploration. We'd love to hear from you. Which of these 5 golden rules resonated most with you today? And what's one practical step you're inspired to take based on what you've learned to strengthen your connection with the children or grandchildren in your life? Your insights and experiences enrich our community, and we are always motivated by your engagement. If you found this video helpful and inspiring, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel for more content on living well, and share it with someone who might benefit from these insights. Your support helps us continue to create valuable content that empowers you on your journey. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video.